What's up, everybody? I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, yeah! And I hope you're ready, because we're doing old school Fantastic Four. Yeah, we're going to take you back. Fantastic Four, 110. Reed is trapped in the negative zone. And Agatha Harkness is the only one that can get him out. And from 4 leaves 3. Who's going to leave the Fantastic Four? Is Reed going to be trapped there, or is it going to be another member that walks away? We start off with Reed being trapped in the negative zone. He sacrificed himself in order to save Johnny and Ben. And now he's trapped there with no way out. And Annihilus is on his tail. Annihilus is the ruler of this world. And we're just doing some backstory right now. This man named Janus, who absorbs basically negative energy, tried going into the negative zone to absorb as much as he could. He ended up getting caught in the antimatter and disappearing. And now Annihilus has him. He's plotting his revenge. He thinks he's won at last. And Reed is trapped there, and they're trying to figure out what exactly to do. While Ben is going crazy, saying maybe we should leave him. He knew the risks. And Reed is in some deep, deep danger. As he tries to use himself like a cell, gathering up whatever pressure he had so he could drift away. And this is a very interesting use of Reed's powers. Reed is actually using himself like a cell. He's actually trying to blow himself to the portal. He's actually trying to get away from Annihilus before he destroys him. But Reed needs to figure something out. For Annihilus's goons are after him. They want to crush him. They want to beat him into a pulp and then destroy him. But most of all, they want to find the doorway into the real world, so Annihilus can destroy it himself, so he can have his revenge on the Fantastic Four. Meanwhile, Johnny and Sue are trying to figure out what to do, where Ben basically decides to give up. And this has been the change since he went human. He's become more and more of a jerk. But then, Agatha Harkness arrives with little Franklin, and they explain the situation to her. But Ben does not want to help. Ben wants to leave him there, and Ben does not care anymore, and Sue slaps him. And at this point, Ben loses it. He gets angry. And this has been a trademark of Ben since he's been able to transform back and forth. And he threatens Sue. This is where Johnny decides to step up and tell Ben off. But Ben is ready for a fight. Ben has been wanting to take out Johnny for a long time. All Ben's dark desires are coming to the surface. All the evil inside of him is starting to peak. But for the moment, Johnny uses his powers to supercharge the gyroscope. Their plans are to toss it into the negative zone, but they need to figure out a way to do it. And this is the only time that Ben agrees to help. After that slap, it slaps some sense into him. But they have to use all 3 of their powers. Thing acting like an anchor, Sue extending her force field around Johnny, and she's the go-between between the dimensions. As Johnny keeps charging it, hoping that it will reach Reed. Or will it be enough, as he sends it through like a fireball shooting through the cosmos? But Annihilus is ready. Annihilus is looking for that gyroscope, and Annihilus is looking to annihilate Reed. As Johnny holds on, he tries, but his foot slips. The Thing keeps his grip, but he pulls him back in. He pulls Sue back in, for Johnny was about to get lost in the negative zone. And these are classic ads. Here's some little monster ghosts, and you too can have a Snoopy figure, the Red Baron. But back to what I was saying. They hope it's enough. They hope that it's charging up, but Reed is trying to fight Annihilus. He doesn't want to disappear through the portal right now, because he does not want Annihilus to know where it is. He needs to find a way to get rid of Annihilus. He needs to find a way to distract him so he can get out. And there it is, this gyroscope. He grabs onto it. He holds onto it. But he has to hide. He has to duck down and wonder what he's going to do to get away from this monster and his horde. As he stretches himself beyond his means, trying to become the thinnest target, but Agatha has a plan. She needs some candles and chalk. She begins making her symbols. This is hermetic magic. We use symbols and words, and she starts calling upon her power, and she reaches out through the astral plane and creates a tornado. And this is where J. Jonah Jameson starts wondering what's going on. Why has New York been hit by a tornado? Why is the wind blowing so much? As they wander around wondering where it's coming from, they figure out it's from the Baxter Building. J. Jonah calls them a bunch of liberals in costumes. They shouldn't be doing the job of the police. But who else is going to clean up this mess? As Reed stretched himself far beyond his means, but Agatha Harkness makes many Reeds. She uses her illusion powers. They don't know which Reed is which as he jumps back in the portal and it seals up. But Ben has lost his temper, and Allison has come in. And she ends up dumping Ben because she can't stand his temper anymore. Ben says he could find different women and leaves her as him and Johnny start to fight. And Thing begins to fight him, smashing everything in sight. But Sue uses her invisible powers and starts turning Ben invisible piece by piece until Ben leaves annoyed. They don't know what they're going to do as Ben walks out, for he knows their strategies. He knows how they fight, and Reed thinks he's unbeatable. But is Ben Grimm truly unbeatable in this form? Are they able to bring him back into the fold? We'll find out the next time, won't we? And as always, I'm Jack Slater, the Comic Outlaw, and I'll catch you on the flip side, yeah!